All right, yeah, hey, first off, just like to thank everyone for coming out again today. And then would like to start off just by congratulating Jazz on reaching the 1,000-point club. I believe we have 30 players that have reached that plateau, and excited for Jazz because it's been a journey. It's one of the things that you talk to players about when they come in as freshmen. Everything's not going to be easy, and you've just got to keep grinding and keep working. And she had an up and down freshman year. After her freshman season, she really committed to getting into shape. And once that took place, then I think she's just gotten better and better each year. So I'm really excited for her, and looking forward to seeing if she can continue to play with the intensity that she's played at the past 3 games. I'm not expecting 26 points every night, but the consistency would be nice to see.
When you look at this Miami team this year, obviously they've lost a couple of key players from last year. B's got a day-to-day foot issue. Has your preparation changed for them any at all than it normally would?
No, I expect Beatrice to play tomorrow night. I mean, we are going into it with the mindset that she is going to play. I think she was preseason picked player of the year in the league for a reason. She's a very, very talented basketball player. Katie's done a great job with her since she's transferred in from Baylor. Been really impressed with the progression that she's made as a player over the past few years. So we're going into it with the mindset that she will be playing tomorrow night. We'd be foolish to go in thinking she's not. And then for us, we're going to have to rebound the basketball. It's something we have not done well the past 3 games. We've been out rebounded, I believe, in our first 3 ACC games, which is uncharacteristic of us, and something that we've worked on the past few days. We'll work on it again today, and we're going to have to see some drastic improvement tomorrow night because they are a very good offensive rebounding team, and we've got to do everything we can to keep them off the glass.
Just looking at the roster, it looked like there was a couple players maybe didn't feel so well against Duke. Maybe a possible injury there. How is the injury sickness report?
We're fine. Liz Dixon kind of bumped knees, hyperextended her knee just a little bit, but she says she's feeling fine. She practiced yesterday, looked good. Kylie says she's feeling better right now. Just a cold. I mean, things you're going to have to play through. And, at this time of the year, if there's something that's not nagging you, I'll be surprised. We played 15 games. We've been practicing since October. There's going to be something that, you're a little tendonitis in your knee. You may have jammed a finger. There's something that's probably going to be nagging you. Players just learned to play through it. I tell them all the time, if you're injured and you can't play, that's one thing. But if you're hurting in areas, sometimes you got to learn to play through a little bit of pain. And we have some players that have done a wonderful job of that. So we're as good as we can be right now, and we'll just keep plugging away.
You're very clearly on the record as expecting every ACC game to be a grind. Do you think it helps the players' mentality when they know they're going into an opponent's arena that's, in this case, a ranked opponent? Does it help kind of really sell that for them?
Well, you know what? I don't think it matters where we go to play. I mean, we went down to UT Martin, who was 4-9, and went double overtime. So, our kids are prepared, and they understand that we have to show up every single night, and then we've got to be able to withstand runs. And then if we get down, we can't get rattled, which is one thing I'm proud of this group with. We played a really poor first quarter against Duke, got down 10, and then just kept grinding. And it wasn't pretty. We're not a team right now that's going to go on a bunch of 12-0 runs. We just don't score it well enough at the offensive end. So for us, we're going to have to figure out a way to get on a 6-0 run. And then somebody scores and then go on a 4-0 run and see how many stop scores we can get. But I don't see us on 18-0 runs very often through this ACC.
And Jazz, one of the words that she's used repeatedly over the past 3 games is aggression. She's played, in her mind, with a lot more aggression than she has in the past. Is that the kind of thing that other players just have to pick up, or can Jazz use that leadership example by playing that way?
Well, if she can continue to play hard without fouling, it's really important for us. I think Yaya plays that way all the time. And I was really excited for her because she played some significant minutes for us, scored some big buckets on Sunday, and did not turn the ball over, which is something that we've been talking to her about and she's been focusing on. So I always know what I'm going to get from her effort-wise, and that's what we need to continue to get from all of them. And then we just need a little bit of consistency. I don't need 26-point nights every night. If we can just get 14 to 16-point nights from 3 or 4 of them, then we're going to be tough to beat.
You said at the beginning of the year with all the newcomers, you started at, I think you said 2, like if we were doing the scale. At times it seems like maybe you've gotten to 6 or 7. At times it's 4 or 5. Is that what you expected, though, of this season?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's, we played really well in the Virgin Islands, and then game film gets out. So then people start scouting us different ways. So now you've got to make adjustments as a players. I'm really hoping we'll continue to develop and continue to grow, and then hopefully by mid-February, you'll really start to see us gel offensively. Defensively, I mean, you can look at our scores and go back. We haven't given anyone 70 points since our UT Arlington game. I mean, we're holding people under 70 for over a month and a half now. And if we can continue to do that, then what we got to do is figure out a way to put the ball in the basket. And that comes with continual work and practice, working on our tempo, working on getting the ball out of our hands, not having it stick, know where your teammate's going to be, and then be shot ready early.
Roughly halfway through the season, as you take a look at the ACC this year, has there been any teams that have kind of been a surprise to you?
Well, Wake Forest is staying healthy. They've had some injuries. Jen's had some injuries the past few years, and now she's healthy. They're playing really well. I knew Syracuse was going to be good, Florida State, NC State. You just go through the list. Georgia Tech's playing really well. We're a really good basketball league. What it is I don't think we're as top-heavy as we have been the past few years. You don't see it with the scores. There's not 30-point wins by people. They're all really good basketball games, which is what's going to make this league so exciting because you got to show up every night to play or you've got a chance to lose.
Just under a month until you get to welcome in the USA national team. What does that really mean for the program? What does it mean for women's basketball in general? What do you think you'll get out of that?
Well, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, not just for our players, but for our city. I'm hoping everyone in the city will embrace it and realize what this opportunity is to be able to come out and see. I'd say a majority of the players that are going to be playing on the Olympic team. You're looking at February the 2nd. You're looking at August Olympic Games. So you're looking at a good core of them that I think will be out there playing for our country. And it's an ESPN game. It's a 2 o'clock game, and I know it's Super Bowl Sunday, but it's still plenty of time to get back, have fun at your parties, and all that good stuff. I'm hoping that we can get 10, 12,000. I'd love to get the entire lower bowl full, the mezzanine full, and see if we can't get a lot of our suite holders to come out and watch this. You're going to get a chance to see, players that are the best players in the world. And I'm hoping that our city will come out and support this. Angel McCoughtry will be back. What a better way than to have her come back and have the opportunity to play in front of our crowd at the Yum Center. She played at Freedom Hall, so it'll be the first time for her to be able to play in front of our home crowd. So we're excited about it. I think it speaks volumes for our program as well. We're actually the last game that they'll play before they go over to Serbia to play in a pre-Olympic qualifying tournament, February. It's like the 6th through the 9th. So it's going to be, I hope, a wonderful environment, a great experience for our kids. And then hopefully our fans will come out and support this. Thank you, everybody. Y'all are awesome.